One,
What you
two,
we're doing?
3, 4.
Oh.
One power, one power, one power, one power, one power.
There's one power that's invincible, and you see it every day. One power that's indescribable, and you speak of it with every word you say.
But whatever name you give it, it's all one power, can't you see? It's the power of the heavens, one never meant to be. One power, one power, one power, one power.
A plus.
Did that wake you up? Are you awake? Good morning. This third service of 2026, I'm still feeling the new year entering in. I'm happy to tell you that my name in this life is Claire Palmerino. And I have the privilege of being the platform assistant today, assisting our beloved Reverend Anand. Feel the love, Rev. So we welcome all of you as we get to our seats and prepare for the service ahead. I am just going to give you a teaser, and that is this service has just aligned in such beautiful ways. So prepare to rock it. So welcome to all of you here in the sanctuary, and we welcome all of you that are joining us on live stream, or as we like to call it, love stream. And I'm giving a wink to someone special in Irvine if he's here. I just want to say, this is kind of a detour from the usual script. I just want to say that I am going to be going on an adventure, and I will be gone for many weeks. So I just want you to know that I will miss you, but I love you, and I will be with you in spirit every Sunday while I'm gone. Okay, so I think that's all that I have to say at the moment. And I invite Reverend Anand to come up for the land acknowledgement.
Thank you. That was kind of a groovy noise. We, the community of unity in the Gold Country, acknowledge that we gather on the ancestral and unceded lands of the Nisenan people who have lived in relationship with this land for countless generations. We honor their enduring presence, resilience, and deep spiritual connection to the earth. In gratitude, we honor this land, its beauty, history, and the people who have always protected it. Back to you.
Is there anyone here for the very first time? I see a hand. Did you get a welcome packet as you came in? Oh, well, Carolyn, our chaplain today, has a packet for you. And there is an adhesive ribbon on that packet. If you would put it on your shirt or sweater, then we know that you're here for the first time, and we'll make a special effort to welcome you. I hope you'll stay afterwards for a bit of social time. At this time also, I would like to, I meant to tell you that there's a gift for you in the bookstore if you'd like to visit the bookstore after the service. We have something for you there. I'd like to remind you to turn off your phones. It's always easy to forget, and if your phone goes off during the service, we'll just smile at you, because we've all been there. We'd like to acknowledge that prayer is a foundational practice here at Unity, and if you would like to receive individual prayer, our prayer chaplain, which is Carolyn, right? Yeah, our prayer chaplain, Carolyn, will be at the back of the sanctuary after the service, and she will escort you to the prayer chapel where you can receive precious and peace-giving, life-affirming prayer. We have prayer request forms outside the sanctuary doors, and our chaplain team will hold any request in prayer for several weeks. They'll also be sent to Silent Unity, our 130-year-old prayer service. And you can that your prayer requests will be held for an additional 30 days through Silent Unity. And Silent Unity also offers support 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, online and by phone. So you can ask us for details if you need to know more about that. So at this time, we light the Christ candle, and I invite you to gaze upon it. During our opening statement. With gratitude, we gather as the unique expressions of the divine presence that we are. We pause to feel into this life force that invites us to be a creative partner with it. We now allow it to fully embody within our whole being. We also sense and feel the connection that exists between each one of us, the universal web of intelligence that we partake in as the human race. As we appreciate our web of connectivity with one and all, moving from a me to a we focus, we express our desire to unite with all humanity through the energy of compassion and kindness. We invite this energy now to rise up within us while extending outward to connect with Mother Earth and all sentient beings. This uniting spirit of oneness, of the one I am presence, we call the Christ. We light this candle as a reminder that we are all blessed by being part of this one presence. It is the truth. Let us own it and make it real in our lives. And now we have the wonderful experience of our musician team. We have Jonathan and Tom and Drew and Edward on vocals. So if you'd like to stand and join us in this wonderful song.
We are blessed to have Edward and Jonathan joining us today. Big thanks to them.
A little help from our friends.
Yeah. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. I can see clearly now the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. I think I can make it now, the pain is gone. All of the bad feelings have disappeared. Here is the rainbow I've been praying for. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Look all around, there's nothing but blue skies. Look straight ahead, nothing but blue skies. I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. It's gonna be a bright,
bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, sunshiny day.
And if you would remain standing and give your neighbor a namaste hug.
Sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, sunshiny day. I can see clearly now the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way.
Kelly does this. It's like it's kind of a nice idea when everyone's just socializing. Yeah, it is. It's just I think it's a great idea. Let's do the live stream. Leslie live stream. Hi. Hey, dude. Oh, hi.
That sounded so good.
Did you meet our friend JJ? Fern. He's a sad stew. Okay.
I did.
Medication.
Thank you. It's hard to settle down after that, I know. It's just so fun. Today we're talking about faith again. It's January and we're talking about faith all month. It's the spiritual power of humans. One of 12 that we're exploring all year. So today we're going to talk about faith, and this came through as the invocation, not written by me, Rilke, Letters to a Young Poet. And just let it land however it wants to land with you. Be patient toward all that is unsolved in your heart, and try to love the questions themselves. Like locked rooms and like books that are written in a very foreign tongue. Do not seek the answers which cannot be given you. Do not seek the answers which cannot be given you, because you would not be able to live them. And the point is to live everything. Live the questions now. Perhaps you will then gradually, without noticing it, live along some distant day into the answer. So we are here by divine appointment together to live into the answer, slowly, slowly, bit by bit. And maybe the answer isn't what we thought it would be or should be, but today we are open, and so it is. All right. Would you say our intention with me, please? Together, we set the intention that as each name on our prayer list is read, that person is bathed in love and their highest good comes to them. And so, allowing our own divinity to speak to the divinity of each of these souls that's represented by a name here and beyond. Bob Anderson, Jacob Gabriel Peskin, Beth Leiden, Bill and Lita Spoto, Ken Cooper, Will and Charlie McBride, Bryn Schultz, Hector Pena, Randy Rowland, Anand and Vijay, Todd Woodbury, Marcia, Lori Eaton, Angela Apostel, John Ebby, Margaret and her 3 children, Bobby Rack, Kay Jones, Marge Florence, Carol James, Daryl Van Netta, Ernst Czerny, Rhonda, Blaine and Braden, Michaela Phillips, Sarah Lise and Rosie Swafford, Sandy Sparling, Amy Donovan, Dave Dial, Gail Smullen. And go ahead and speak the names either aloud or in your heart for those who you would like to also include. We affirm the awakening of Christ consciousness in every heart across our nation. We see through the illusion of division and anchor in the truth of oneness. We witness the harm of misguided power and affirm the potential for transformation in all hearts, including our leaders. We hold space for justice, awakening, and right action. We hold in light all individuals, families, and communities impacted by the illusion of separation. We joyfully embrace our sacred role as a beacon of light, especially for families and those seeking belonging. May they find what they seek here. We are a sanctuary of healing, joy, and spiritual nourishment. Here, all are welcome, all are valued, all are loved. We bless this land and all lands. We honor Mother Earth, and our actions show our love and gratitude. Love is greater than fear, and we are love in action. With courage and grace, we align with divine love, wisdom, and peace. And our faith statement, as you like, you can say it with me. There is only one presence and one power, active as the universe and as our lives, the all-loving goodness of God, and all is well. And back to you.
So it's our time for reading the daily word. The word for today is world peace. Say it again. World peace. And I'm smiling because I did not know what the word was before this morning when I came in, and yet the meditation aligns with that so perfectly. Why was I surprised? As I affirm peace, I help create a peaceful world. In 1964, Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. said, It is not enough to say, we must not wage war. It is necessary to love peace and sacrifice for it. We must concentrate not merely on the negative expulsion of war, but the positive affirmation of peace. Of course, I will work toward creating the kind of world I wish to see, investing my effort and energy to ending conflict, discrimination, and other kinds of negativity. But I also put my energy into creating harmony, cooperation, opportunity, and other positive outcomes. Today, I affirm that peace is dawning all over the world, blessing all people with warm feelings of cooperation and togetherness. I affirm peace is here even as I strive to create it. From 1 Thessalonians 5:23, may the God of peace himself, herself, sanctify you entirely, and may your spirit and soul and body be kept sound. As I affirm peace, I help create a peaceful world. So this is the time in our service when we enter our experience of meditation. I titled this meditation, Seeing Things Anew, and I feel compelled to forewarn you that there will be a part of this meditation that may trigger feelings of discomfort. But I just ask you to hang in there with it. We will get to a place of peace. So let us begin by observing the breath. Just watching your body breathe in and breathe out. Watch the inhale. Observe the exhale. And if you're comfortable, close your eyes or gaze softly downward as you find the chair receiving the weight of your body. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. And notice how peaceful your body becomes just by breathing. And now, if you will, shift your awareness to the heart center. Feel into this space, this home of the divine spark within you. And notice any sensations you feel. Perhaps a stirring within, perhaps warmth, perhaps a sensation of expansion. For this moment, just become aware of the heart center and notice what you feel. With effortless intention, invite the divine light of the heart center to expand with every inhale. With every exhale, soften the body, soften the mind. Inhale, and the light expands. Exhale, soften, let go. Inhale, expand. Exhale, soften, let go. Now, friends, from this place of expansion and ease, I invite you to contemplate the world we are living in. We acknowledge the serious division throughout the people of our nation. Evidence of corruption, judgment, aggression, and bigotry surface daily and demand to be seen. Systems and structures appear on the brink of collapse. Government, rule of law, economy. Threat of war feels so very real throughout the world. Pollution of the earth, the ocean, the air seems to threaten our very existence. Yes, I have painted a bleak picture. But I ask you, what shall be our response? What do we choose? Do we choose despair, fear, or do we choose faith? Fear tells us we are witnessing the death of the world we know. Are we entering the tomb? Dear friends, what if we are in the womb? What if we are birthing a new world? What if the breaking down of our old way of life, of the world we have known, is making space for the wondrous new? Stepping into the new comes at the cost of releasing the old. Will we step into the unknown in faith? Will we trust the divine, our Mother, Father, God, to guide us through an era of darkness and bring us into the light? It has been said, what the caterpillar calls the end of the world, the master calls the butterfly. Let's take that in. What the caterpillar calls the end of the world, the master calls the butterfly. Can you hear the caterpillar cry out as its body dissolves in the enzymes of its own making? Little does it know the beauty and liberation that awaits it. How can we birth the new if we insist on clinging to the old? The old can feel comfortable and familiar. Insisting on keeping the old stagnates us and inhibits growth. The new is unknown, and for most, the unknown is uncomfortable. But take heart, have courage, step into the unknown with faith. Dear friends, when the world appears to be falling apart, remember the caterpillar poised to become a butterfly. Trust the divine. Have faith that we are birthing a new world. May we be the light that shines into the darkness of the cocoon, affirming the transformation of the tomb to the womb. We are not called to be passive in faith. We are called to have faith that the divine, when welcomed, will embody us, will empower us, and will express through us, will show us the actions that we are to take. Together, friends, in this moment, let us welcome the divine to embody us, to express through us, and to bless the world around us. What is blessed is known in love. What is loved is healed. Let us see the world with new eyes, with the eyes of Christ, that aspect of God that manifests in form. And as the Christ sees the world through our eyes, we see through the apparent destruction. We see beyond it to what it truly is, the birth of a new world. Yeshua, our way shower, said, "Behold, I make all things new." And as he said that, he was speaking as the Christ that is within each one of us. Let us follow the path that he showed us. May the peace that passes all understanding fill your heart and mind. So be it. Amen. And you may stay in this meditative state, or if you'd like to join in this beautiful song, Swing Low, Sweet Chariot.
Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. I looked over Jordan, and what did I see? Coming for to carry me home. A band of angels coming after me, coming for to carry me home. And swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. If you get there before I do, coming for to carry me home. Tell all my friends I'm coming too, coming for to carry me home. And swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. And swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Coming for to carry me home.
Yeah.
Nice, Edward.
Thanks, y'all. Several years ago, I was interviewing for a job in a spiritual community. This is not Unity. It's a different spiritual community. And there was a council of ministers, and I was going to be kind of the wrangler of the council, creating, planning it, but also holding space during the council. And during the interview, one of my interviewers was saying, well, they're a spiritual bunch, but you don't always know it in the council meeting. It can get pretty spicy and contentious in there. And I was like, okay, that's cool. And I was able to share with them that years before that, I had started in a 12-step program, AA. And I learned about service there. And I also got to see how many of us, in our innocence, can get a little controlling about our service positions. And I got to see in hindsight, it's like you have to make the coffee this way, or the order of the meeting should be this way. And it can be a single voice rather than consensus that's very loud, right? But it's AA is called benign anarchy. It's run on benign anarchy. It's volunteer run. And people get very passionate about the coffee or the order of the service or the order of the meeting, because they've got this deep, deep love and appreciation for this thing that in many, many cases saved their lives. So there's this attachment to protecting, and our minds can create it. So I know how it needs to be protected. I know how it needs to happen. And so I was able in that job interview to say, oh yeah, I get it. I've seen it time and again, almost fisticuffs in a business meeting of AA. But the passion is there. And then when we invite humility, which is faith, and let go, then we can open up to what's really supposed to happen. And what I did learn also from that experience, well, by the way, I didn't get the job, and that was a godsend that I didn't get it, because it got even spicier. But it was a great experience to be able to reflect on what I was learning. And another thing that I learned is that perfection, we've heard perfection is the enemy of good. Yeah, you've heard that before. Perfection is the enemy of good. Like, perfection will keep us from getting it out there, right? But I also know in areas of service, particularly run by volunteerism, that perfection is the enemy of inclusivity. So if it has to be done a certain way, and I know how it has to be done, and it's got to be done this way, then I lose sight of, and I exclude people from being able to have their deep spiritual experience. I'll tell you another story that I was going to save till later. So I moved to Chicago to go to film school. And I lived in California, so it made no sense, but I followed the breadcrumbs and I went to Chicago. And I wouldn't have gone unless I got a fellowship. So they paid for my first year at my schooling. I was one of 12 people who were admitted to this program, and I was one of 2 who got that fellowship. I got to see over time that I was neither the most talented, it was a film program, I was not the most talented, nor was I the most ambitious. Yet I got that fellowship that allowed me to be there. And I would compare myself, oh, but they stayed up for 3 days working on their project, or, they're doing A, B, and C, comparing myself. But then I realized in hindsight again, in Chicago, I stopped drinking, I learned how to meditate, and I met my husband. And all that was possible because I, one of the least ambitious and probably least talented in the group, got a fellowship based on merit. So these kinds of things help me open up to what I think I know, and I think how it should be done. So this came forward because I noticed that there's a lot of reactivity going on lately, and some extra spiciness happening, and including with me. And the thing is that we do this in innocence. We get spicy in innocence. But generally, it's because there's something that I want to control. And the illusion of control has been stripped and continues to get stripped. Right? Am I right? Am I the only one having that experience? Right. So when the big structures that seemed so secure and safe and certain are having their wobbles, then sometimes I will grab the nearest little thing to control. So if I'm, one of the things I was wondering is is there something going on in the stars? Because I saw a pattern happening, not just in the macro, but in the micro, like in my own circle. And when uncertainty arises, control can rush in if I let it. And last night, I woke up at 2 o'clock in the morning, and I was noticing, I was ruminating. And now that's my mindfulness bell. What am I trying to control that I can't possibly control? What am I trying to control that maybe is not mine to control? Basically, what am I trying to control? Full stop. And so I'm thinking and I'm ruminating and and I ask myself, okay, this is learning in public right now. This was just a few hours ago. How can I bring faith to this? How can I bring faith to these seeming problems that feel urgent and need to be fixed and solved right away, and that maybe I'm not even the right person to do it? And I have an image that I rely on, that I find very helpful. So this was me last night with white knuckles. And I didn't mean to be, I didn't set out to be. I woke up like this. And I said, how can I bring faith to this? That was a good start. Moving my body was a good start. Journaling about it, getting out of my head and into my body really helped me. But the awareness is the biggest part. I've heard a problem identified as 90% solved. So knowing okay, I'm controlling, or I'm trying to control right now. And I know anytime I'm trying to fix, solve, or manage, or make something go away, I'm in control. So today we're going to talk a little bit about Matthew chapter 14, verses 22 to 33. It's when Jesus is walking on water. So he's just fed a whole bunch of people, loaves and fishes, and he's like, okay, I need to go be in quiet right now. And he sends the apostles to go do their fishing or whatever. And they're out on the boat, and the boat's really rocky. Jesus gets centered into his Christ consciousness. He remembers that, and he comes back. And he greets them by walking on the water. And they're like, what? Is it a ghost? What? And he said, no, I am me. Come. And Peter's like, okay, I feel scared, and I'm going to trust that I have it in me too. I have what he's talking about in me too. So I'm going to get out of the boat, and he starts walking. And then what happens? Distraction. He sees the wind causing the waves, and he's like, squirrel, and starts sinking, right? So this isn't about shaming. Jesus said, why did you doubt? And we don't want to use that as a battering ram or something to hurt ourselves with or shame ourselves. It's a good inquiry. Why did I doubt? Why did I doubt? I felt scared. I wanted something that I was afraid I wasn't going to get, or I was afraid I was going to lose something that I needed. And a lot of time that happens around image. I want somebody to look at me a certain way. I want a certain outcome. So I want to go to our beautiful, this is our Fillmore Study Bible. The Fillmores, of course, are the founders of Unity, and we have metaphysical interpretation of the Bible. And so that story, Jesus came to them walking on the sea, and this is how we relate to it. It says the race minds, and those are like the error thoughts or the worry or the logical mind that's really grippy. Not that there's anything wrong with logic, but when it overrides what's possible, then it's limiting. The race thoughts have formed a sea of thought, and to walk over it safely comes from understanding that God is substance, the omnipresent energy that permeates all creation, including you, including me. Such an understanding of God establishes the mind firmly in faith, and the feet walk surely over the sea of mind. Isn't that a sweet experience of that? It's like, I'm going to sink, and I also can come back to faith and rise myself. But a lot of times I need you guys to do that too. I got to talk to my people. And when he saw, this is about Peter, when he saw that the wind was strong, he was afraid, so he got distracted. Peter is faith in its various stages of development. And when our faith in the power of spirits to sustain us under all conditions, is only partially developed, we are apt to sink into boisterous thought waves around us. So our faith in the power of spirit to sustain us, if it's wobbly, then the wind is going to knock us over or make us sink. And guess what? The wind knocks us over and we sink. And that's okay. You know, Gay and Katie Hendricks, who you know that I love and adore, they talk about when we drift off the course, not if. When we drift off, then we shift, we make a shift. And what that looks like is I recommit. Last night it was, how would faith approach these? How could I bring faith here? I shifted. I can let go. So the sea, emotional turbulence, subconscious fear, uncertainty. The boat is intellect, reason, familiar structures, right? Familiar structures, which are disappearing. Walking on water is faith in action beyond appearances. And the intellect is not wrong. It's just limited. And it thinks it knows things that miss things like inclusivity or somebody's spiritual experience or somebody getting messy that needs to get messy. Some calls of spirit cannot be answered from the boat. And faith invites us beyond reason into direct knowing. What is direct knowing? It's not neck up. It's like full body. Oh. It's like things happening and me acting differently. So I was just in Puerto Rico, where I moved out of last year so I could come be with y'all. And VJ and I are packing up our place, and it's on the market there, and he's moving here. And it was my last day there. I was going to be going to the airport at 11 o'clock. And I said, I got to get in the ocean before I go. And so I'm leaving to go downstairs, and I realized I don't know what time it is. So I looked at the landscaper showed me his watch, and it was 10:20. 10:20. I was like, okay, this is going to be a quick dip. So I, walk there. It's probably a 5-minute walk. I walk there, I get in the ocean, and I'm floating, and I didn't plan it, but I was surrendered. I was completely surrendered, because it is really sad. I am grieving that place, that home that we had there. I'm grieving the friends that I'm leaving behind. But I was just floating, and I was open to all of it. All of it. Okay. Every person who helped us get here, every person who we've hosted in our home and has been impacted by this place. And every morning I've woken up and seen the sunrise, and evening when I see the sunset, because you can see both from the place. And the beauty there, and Mother Earth, and the ocean, and the jungle, and the mountains. And I'm just crying and so grateful and really cracked open. And again, I didn't plan that. I just knew I needed to get into the water. And then I was like, okay, I got a plane to catch. And I'm walking back barefoot on Mother Earth, and I'm just saying spontaneously, thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you, I love you, I love you. Bless you, bless you, bless you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'm crying, and it's oneness that I'm feeling. It's oneness. I don't feel separation. I've had a few oneness experiences, and this was one. So deep, so there. And when I get back home, I look at the clock, and it's 10:20. So somehow, I bent time or stopped. I didn't. Time stopped. It bent. I don't know what happened. But I know that I had a oneness experience, and I let go of what I thought was supposed to happen, and I allowed in what was meant to happen. And I let go of putting the clamp on the hose of all that avalanche of feeling that I was having. I let go of that, and I allowed myself to have every heartache, every grief moment. And because I did, I got the bliss. I got the bliss. So faith says, I will move with what I know now, in this moment. I don't need to control the wind to trust what holds me. Peter didn't sink because the wind appeared. The wind was already there. He sank when his attention shifted from Christ to conditions. When we shift our consciousness or awareness from the Christ within, which we all have, we have that Christ consciousness, to the outside conditions, we sink. So, what could walking on water look like today? It could be launching a new project and not having any idea how it's going to work. It could be forgiving when it feels impossible. Or the way I relate to it is forgiving when they will never ever deserve it. It's staying open after a loss or a disappointment, or like I was doing, staying open to the grief. It's taking the next step without reassurances. It requires willingness. And you know, what I saw with people who were serving, who had that grip on, it needs to look this way. Slowly, slowly, they got to see, if I relax, then it all can come forward. And I'm saying they, and I mean me. Every time. And I've said this before here, it includes giving people the dignity of their experience. What does that mean? They might muck it up. They might make a mess. But their soul might demand that mucky mess in order to evolve in the way that they are supposed to evolve, so that they can have their spiritual experience. And they means we and me too, right? So faith requires willingness. It does not require perfection. In fact, again, perfection is the enemy of inclusion, right? It's opening ourselves up, and it demands humility. I don't know. I don't know how it's supposed to go. I don't know what's right. I don't know how they're supposed to do it. So Peter sank sometimes, and so do we all. And faith includes being lifted up when we wobble. And when we make ourselves less dense, it's easier to lift us up. And the invitation is never revoked by fear, it's invited through fear. The invitation for faith comes through the messenger of fear. So if you like, you can soften your gaze or lower your eyes and just ask yourself with gentleness and curiosity, and like a scientist or maybe like a kid who's pulling a rock up and wants to see what's underneath there, where might I be invited to trust more deeply? Where might I be controlling something that's not mine to control? Where can I replace control or fear with faith? And where am I being asked to step outside of the boat? So again, faith is not the absence of fear. It's a choice of where we're going to place our attention. Am I going to feed the fear? Or am I going to say, maybe something else? Maybe I don't know. And the invitation always remains, like Jesus said, come.
So it's a time of our service where we provide the opportunity for you to give in support of this community. And we know that many of you give electronically, and we are so grateful for all the support and love that comes through you to the collective here. And so you may want to plan if you do give electronically, you may want to place your hand over your heart, or if you are giving with someone, take hands. Our Change for Change recipient is Nevada Union High School Community Clothes Closet. And so if you would join me in saying the blessing intention. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And so it is. I invite the ushers to come forward and enjoy this special music, please.
This song was requested by Robbie Holcomb many months ago. We're just finally getting around to playing it. We do have a little something for you to sing with us, if you will rise to the occasion. So this song goes, there's a refrain that goes, one power, one power, one power. 3 times, and again. One power, one power, one power. You got it. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to join us. 2, 3, 4. One power, one power, one power. Again. One power, one power, one power. There's one power that's invisible, and you see it every day. One power that's invisible, and you speak of it with every word you say. It's a breakfast until you know the truth, as simple as the love inside of you. Call it God, call it Spirit, call it Jesus, call it Lord, call it Buddha, hallelujah, God's whisper we have in store. It's whatever name you call it, it's one grave, can't you see? It's the power of love in you and me. One power, yeah. One power, one power. One power, one power, one power. We speak so many languages, wear different clothing, different colors, different names. But different is only dangerous when we forget that in our hearts we're all the same. We'll remember It's what we close our eyes, that such distances were never meant to be. Call it God, call it Spirit, call it Jesus, call it Lord, call it Buddha, Baha'u'llah, Hashem, or Heaven's door. It's the Muhammad in your mind, it's the soul, it's your sign, it's the universe, it's music, Mother Earth and Father Time. But whatever name you called it, it's one power, can't you see? It's the power of the name you give the every air you breathe. It's the power of love in you and me. One power, one power, one power, one power, one power, one power. It's the moment of creation. It's the web to sweet peace, the freedom of forgiveness. It's the sweetness of release. It's the joy of inspiration. It's the sunshine in your face. It's the birthright of all nations. It's the boundlessness of space. It's the beauty of a baby, serenity asleep. It's the angels we abandon for the love that's most deep. One power, one power, one power, one power, one power. What we are is love. One power, one power. It's the power of love that lives forever in you and me. It's the power of love in you and me. One power, one power, one power.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, May. And we receive these gifts with gratitude. Thank you for helping this place run and continue and have a wider and wider reach of positivity, upliftment, connection, support for this community and beyond. Thank you. It's heavy today. A lot of change in there. Tomorrow's Monday. We observe Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. tomorrow, and the office will be closed, but the classes will be available. Classes are happening tomorrow. Your end of year statement is ready. It's at the front desk under, and it's alphabetical, so please pick them up. And any that have not been picked up will be mailed, but you can save some postage. And the Women's Circle has resumed and meets on the second and fourth Thursdays of each month, 2 to 3:30. Way of Mastery, the Monday book study meets at 1 and is offered in hybrid format, so you can come on Zoom or in person. The Tuesday book study meets at 7 in the evening and is Zoom only. And we have the Way of Mastery books available in the bookstore. We are doing the 12 spiritual powers of humans. That's a unity teaching. We're doing them month by month. And so each of the sermons reflects back to the power, but then we do a deep dive on the unity teachings of it once a month. And that's happening this Wednesday. So the third Wednesdays of every month, 1 to 2:30. And I'll be leading that, so please come and play. And then on Tuesdays, we have a short-term, like a 12-week book study, rather than ongoing, like Way of Mastery. And that's on Tuesdays, 12:30 to 2. We have had our first session, and don't worry, you can drop in. And you don't even have to have read it. you will still benefit quite a bit, speaking from experience. Yeah, and Rev Maggie and Claire are doing that for us. Thank you. Prayer and meditation every second and fourth Tuesdays of each month from 10 to 11. So you can do that. Then go to Homer's Qigong, and then come to the Paul Selig. It's fun. And then sound bath, fourth Thursday of each month. This month it'll be the 22nd, 1 to 2. Please do avail yourself of that. We are delighted. We're going to be doing chaplain training. And that's going to be next Saturday from 10 to 3. And even if you're not called to be a chaplain, if you want to have an experience of deepening your prayer practice, you certainly are welcome. We do ask that you sign up ahead of time. And Sandy and Rev Maggie are going to be leading us. And Mary, can you raise your hand, Mary? You can sign up with her afterwards. For chaplaincy, we'll be doing additional training. So this is really like an opportunity to dive deeply into your own practice. Thank yous to Claire for platform assist, our musicians, Tom, Drew, Edward, and Jonathan. Thanks for our bonus musicians. Yeah. Greeters from Mary and Carly. I also saw others out there. Ushers, Bonnie and May. Chaplain Carolyn, Carolyn, can you raise your hand? If you'd like to get some one-on-one prayer, please do reach out to her. Hospitality, Rhonda and Georgia. Sound was Ed. Love Stream, PowerPoint, Leslie. Gift Bookshop, Jeannie. Altar, Carol and Sydney. And children, Sandy. And we have the children. Can we play a little ditty for them as they come on up? Hi, guys. Come on up. I'm so glad you're here. Do you want to sit down? What did you work on today?
Drawing.
You drew? And your name is?
Caneo.
Caneo. Did you draw this? Can I show it to everybody? Let your love shine. And what's your name?
Nylan.
Hi, Nylan. What did you learn or work on today?
I drawed too.
Yeah? Good one?
Yeah.
Yeah? Were there some hearts involved?
Yeah.
Yeah, right on. That's how we roll. Well, I'm so glad you're here. And with that, oh, do you want to share your affirmations?
Sure.
Okay, what you got?
I am loved.
I am loved. And how about you? Do you want me to read it or you want to read it?
I want to read it.
Okay.
I am a good friend.
You sure are a good friend. Yay. Thank you so much for blessing us today. I'm so glad you're here. And let's say the prayer for protection. They can be here. You can stay here if you want. I'm going to hang out with you guys. The light of God surrounds us. I am the light of God. The love of God enfolds us. I am the love of God. The power of God protects us. I am. Do you want to hold hands? You don't have to. God watches over us. I am the presence of God. Wherever we are, God is, because I am, and all is well.
Day by day, day by day, oh dear Lord, three things I pray: to see Thee more clearly, love Thee more dearly, follow Thee more nearly, day by day.
Day by day, day by day, oh dear Lord, three things I pray: to see thee more clearly, love thee more dearly, follow thee more nearly, day by day. Day by day, day by day. Oh, dear Lord, three things I pray: to see thee more clearly, love thee more dearly, follow thee more nearly, day by day, day by day,
Day by day,
day by day.
day by day.
Oh, dear Lord, three things I pray: to see thee more clearly, love thee more dearly, follow thee more nearly, day by day, day by day, day by day, day by day. Woo!
Thank you all.
Good job, guys.